everyone, welcome. This is the Voice of Eve. Our topic today is women and corporate success. Please stay tuned with us. We will soon be back. It is said that women have to work twice as hard as men to win enough recognition to reach the top in some corporate situations. That means that female executives are truly distinctive and excellent professionals. And we can say kudos to all of you there. No matter what names they call you, whether Thatcher or Iron Lady or Amazing. We know that women have what it takes for corporate breakthroughs. In fact, it is said that winning organizations in the world have good women at the top because they are committed to the rule of law, to real work ethics. They're excellent professionals, excellent resource managers who are likely to use money for what it is meant for, and they are also very conscientious. Unfortunately, we do not have enough women at the top here. It is still tokenism all the way. What will it take to have many more women at the top? What will it take? In our episode today, we have one of the success stories, and we're going to be hearing from her what it will take. So, please join us. I am Dr. Violet Arene. Welcome back. If you're just joining us for the first time, this is the Voice of Eve. The topic today is women and corporate success. We are privileged, highly privileged, to have in our midst today a successful corporate player, a woman of distinction. She is Mrs. Bimbola Dada, Director, Nigerian Institute of International Affairs, Director of Library, Documentation, Research, you name it. Madam, it is a real pleasure having you with us today.
Thank you very much. I'm really delighted to be on this program, and I look forward to a very wonderful interview with you, Madam.
Okay. There is a general feeling that there's a glass ceiling against women aspiring to get to the top. You are in a very highly distinctive, renowned organization, the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs, known all over the world. How did you make it to the top?
So how did I make it?
Yes.
I must tell you, it involves hard work. For me in NIA, there wasn't really a glass ceiling. NIA seems is a fair playing ground here, I must tell you. And as you said before, I'm in the Library and Documentation Services Department. The librarianship is a women professional. It's dominated a lot by women. But beyond that, I must confess that the management of the institute have been very fair. Nevertheless, I know this is not the same all over. I mean, it's unique, it's okay here, but I know that women do really face some challenges in growing up. And I believe one of the most important things is consistency, hard work, and perseverance to get to the top. In my own case, it's taken me I've been here since 1979, started off in NIA.
Come again.
1979.
1979.
Yes.
And how long did it take you to become director?
That must be about 30 years that it took me. Here, it's a fair play. It's a fair game. But for others, I know you need to be hardworking, consistent, and focused as a woman. And sometimes you may need to work more, double, in the case of women than men, honestly.
Why does it have to be so? Despite the great benefits that everybody stands to derive from good women working in top corporate situations, why do people balk to give us the room?
First of all, you said the benefits. We all know that women, they are really multitask. They are hardworking. They're focused. They have fear of God. They have a conscience. But I tell you, like you said, most organizations do not, because men most of the time get threatened. And also sometimes we women, and one of our faults is that we play feminism. We want them to give us I'm going for this, I'm going for that. You must be ready to play the game. You must be ready to work hard. You must be able to sit at the table and stand and sit for hours at meetings and show yourself competent. You must be focused.
You must show yourself competent.
Yes.
I like that. Did you have that sort of challenge?
Oh yes. There's no shortcut to competence. You must be hardworking. And for us women, we need to put in a little more, even sometimes more than our colleagues, men. Because you see, you're working in an environment that people feel you're a woman. What has she got to do? What is she going to do? So you must bring to the table even a lot more than your male colleagues, and give yourself an opportunity to excel. You can't be giving excuses. I'm going to pick my child. I'm going to do this. It must be put back a little bit of this our feminism. I'm not saying we become a Thatcher, but you must at the same time rise up and see we can all compete in this war.
There is still deliberate resistance against women at the top.
Yes.
We must acknowledge that.
Yes.
Okay? Even at home, by relatives.
Yes.
Sometimes not from the husband, but from in-laws.
Yes.
Do you have any knowledge of that?
The bit about it for women, in spite of all this, is that our tradition also, I must confess, the African tradition, makes it a bit more difficult for us women to perform. Because your husband believes that your place is in the kitchen. Your sons believe that mom is supposed to be the provider, to take care of us and things like that. So there is that conflict for the woman executive. And I must confess, it is there. But we must find a balance. A balance. And draw the line. A balance. And draw the line between your office and your home. Things are changing. We are having women who are doing even a lot better. Because you see, the fact that a woman is a manager at home, you learn to be multitask. You can take on so many things. You learn to manage your home. And when you bring that to the office, you're a better manager.
I like that.
Yes.
That is wonderful. You extend your, competence at home to the office.
Yes.
So you are multitask, a coordinator,
Yes.
multi-coordinator. If we can call us...
yes, because you're a mother, you're a teacher, you're a cook, you're a watchman, a nurse. And so when you're able to do this at home, when you get to the office, it's easier for you to be able to bring people together and understand them.
Yes.
And also the quality of the motherhood, being a mother.
Yes.
Women we tend to be caring, we tend to be fair, and have a conscience.
But there is also something going around which we have to sensitize here. What do you say to women who want to sell themselves cheap and short to get to the top?
It's a shame, and it's very unfortunate. Because when you get to the top, cutting corners, there is no way you can keep at the top, honestly. You will need, because you will lack, you don't have the essence to get there, which is hard work. And so it will show. And so you get a leader, a girl who covers in school, sleeping with lecturers, and you will find that you get to the top, you continue to do that. The most important thing is that it will show. When a person is hardworking and consistent, you will see it. There's a limit, I believe, honestly, playing around can. And anyway, what example are we giving to those who are coming behind us?
That's it.
What example? And honestly, I believe whether we like it or not, you can't keep it. You can't keep to the top, at the top, if you are going to think about sleeping around alone. How many people you sleep with? Okay, they say you get there, but how do you retain it? When you think you're caught in corners, honestly, one is actually losing out. You don't appreciate hard work.
Yes.
You don't appreciate professionalism. You don't appreciate a person being focused. It's God that makes a way for you.
Yes.
You to be at the right time, at the right season. I mean, I'm not the only Liberian here. You know, but for you to be at the right time, it's sometimes the grace of God. I could have joined another institution and never ever been able to reach here. So sometimes, some of the time, you need the grace of God. And play down on feminism.
And play down on feminism. Thank you.
The fact that you're a woman.
A woman.
I needed to go for maternity. I need to be there, this and that. We play down it a little bit.
Yes.
We must tidy up quickly and face our career. If you decide to be a career woman, I don't expect you to think of having 7 kids, honestly. You tidy up quickly and face your career, you know, and not expect people to excuse you because you're a woman. You want to pick your child, you want to go to the market. Those things should never come up if you want to make it to the top.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
If we want to make it to the boardroom, we should be serious-minded and committed to meeting the goals of the organization and expect any promotion on merit.
On merit.
And God will be on our side.
Most especially God.
God will always be on the side of a good woman.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Is it wonderful? Welcome back. If you're just joining us for the first time, this is the Voice of Eve. Our topic today is women and corporate success. We are privileged to have with us today in the studio 2 important Nigerians to discuss with us. Dr. Femi Oyiso, former Commissioner, Agriculture, Ondo State, educationist, estate developer, businessman. You're very welcome.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure having you.
Thank you.
And we have the distinguished lady here, Mrs. Adedoyin Odufa, CEO, Digital Jewels, ICT consultant. We are pleased to have you here.
Thank you very much. My pleasure to be on the program.
Welcome. Dr. Yiso, do you believe there's a ceiling against women getting to the top?
I think it would not be truthful not to admit that there is a lot of resistance in the marketplace against the emergence of women. And the reason is not far-fetched. Men have regarded the marketplace as their domain, and they are playing tough. And this is not unconnected with the natural role that God has created for the sexes. That is, the women are wired and endowed as custodians of value to raise generations after generations. So their natural place is the home front. They are homemakers. They are to turn out leaders of society and dictate the moral tone by bringing people, children with the right values who can impact the society in the way we used to know it. And their emergence in the marketplace is recent, relatively recent. And of course, human beings are territorial. So men want to guard very jealously. And of course, you know that women have never been defined by position, by power, by wealth. That are the things you use to define men. And if they want to see, they won't just let it go easily. And so it's quite obvious that men are resisting the women, and these are the reasons why I think it's happening.
Mrs. Odofa, I mean, this is getting a bit worrisome. Do you believe that the marketplace is the domain of men?
I don't agree. I have a different view. A lot of the points that were raised by the doctor are completely valid, and I agree with most of the points. However, rather than see the women coming into the marketplace from a competitive point of view, I would rather we looked at it from a complementary point of view, because I think that women are endowed with so many skills that actually complement people in the marketplace, whether they're men or they're women. I think that professionals, if you look at it that way, can be excellent professionals, whether they're men or they're women. And indeed, I think that there are certain skills, additional skills that women bring to bear. You know, women are natural multitaskers. Women tend to be very strong because they are managing, they're brought up to manage many things. Now, the traditional role, if you want to put it that way, of the woman as the caretaker and the homemaker should not be trivialized. I don't intend to trivialize it. I don't intend to minimize it. But it can be more than just homemaking. Women are generally intuitive, they're generally deep thinkers, and they can do many things at the same time. So my view is that women can be in the home, and they need to be in the home. They need to be doing excellent work in the home. Otherwise, we end up raising thieves and vagabonds. Nobody wants that. They need to continue to be custodians of the value system, really critical, but they also can step out and offer all those endowments, all those gifts to others beyond the home, and therefore be successful on those fronts. That is my view.
Thank you. Dr. Yiso, you had that. She can be an excellent homemaker and still extend the benefits of those virtues to the workplace. Certainly, there are great benefits to derive from women in leadership positions in corporate situations. Do you still dispute that?
From leaders, religious leaders, that they have, who have ascribed their achievements to the role of their mothers, political leaders, industrialists, who would have amounted to nothing but for the critical role their mothers played in their lives. And we must celebrate such women, because they have not just impacted their little domain, but they have impacted the entire world, an entire generation. And I think their reward cannot just be described. But I think what the women have done is more than what Mrs. Odomfa said. She said, stepping out. I think what we are witnessing is more than just stepping out. I think it's exodus.
Exodus?
Yes, I think it's an exodus. And I think the women have completely, as it were now, abandoned the home front. They have foraged into the marketplace in an aggressive manner. And the result is what we are seeing in the society, where fathers make the headline in a negative way, children make the headline in a negative way, former leaders are in prisons, former governors are in prison, their wives are in prison, and their, mistresses in prison, and the children just abandoned. Left to who? To the society to completely destroy. I know that women are naturally wired to be change agents wherever you find them. I believe they are going to make phenomenal contribution in the marketplace to tame and rein corruption, erosion of values, and impunity and what have you, things that negatively run down the marketplace. When you find women there, you can be sure they make a change. But my own feeling is that the shift, the paradigm shift that has taken place is taking a great toll on the home front. And the result is the degradation of value in the society. And women would soon discover that the problems they are going to find in the marketplace will be as a result of the neglect of the home. And this is where my fear lies.
Mrs. Odofa, how do you react to this? It's quite heavy. The women will meet the problems they indirectly created by abandoning their home in the marketplace.
And for me, I think that's really my point of departure. Are we abandoning our homes
Okay.
by stepping out into the marketplace?
Yes.
I think not. Some people may do, and it's very difficult to generalize. But I don't think that because you choose to have a career necessarily means that you're abandoning your home. Indeed, I know many women who have a successful career and who are doing an excellent job of taking care of their family. I think that because of this inner strength that I talked about that many women have, there's an ability to balance things. It means that the woman is working harder, no doubt. It means that the woman continues to make sacrifices, what we have always done. So we're used to making sacrifices. But it doesn't mean that we're abandoning our homes. And I think that, it's a bit of a very, very broad sweeping, quite a judgmental statement, if you like. Abandoning your home means that you're leaving your home behind and you're focusing on the marketplace. I think that most women know that if you do that, you will run into trouble very, very quickly. So what most people that I know, a lot of my peers and a lot of the other women that I look up to as mentors, what they do is make sure that they're taking care of their children and they're taking care of whatever business or ministry or whatever it is that has been committed into their hands. It means that you build a support structure. And in Africa, we have our ways of building a support structure. We always have. And I see that as a benefit. You build a strong support structure.
Like
family,
what, for instance?
Of family, of other business executives that you can share with. You are prepared to work harder. You're prepared to develop yourself, that much more, because you know that you have to be that much better for the man to even consider that you will work with them in the marketplace. Okay, but my own view is that rather than us looking at ourselves as competitors, why don't we look at ourselves as complementing each other? There are adjustments that have to be made. A lot of those adjustments now are being made more on the side of the woman. A home is made of the father and the mother.
Thank you. A home is made of the father and the mother. The women are saying so. They want to contribute more. Doctor, how do you react to that?
It is absolutely impossible for a career woman to do two things together at the same time and be excellent in all. I am not persuaded. I believe that it's better to be focused. And it is absolutely wrong to think that the homemakers that our mothers used to be was a type that didn't allow them to step out. They were teachers. Some of them were nurses. They had career. Some of them were petty traders. Some of them had things to do. But the bulk of their time was spent in the back room, concentrating on their children. I do not see how a career woman who started at the age of 23, still going to 60, you are pursuing one career in the marketplace. You want to make an excellent job of it, and also make an excellent job of being a mother. I think motherhood is something that we need to appreciate. It's one of the greatest professions in the world.
Mrs. Odofa, here you are, a distinctive ICT professional and consultant. And we do hear some unpleasant, testimonies that some younger women, because of the resistance in the marketplace, want to shortcuts, cut corners, and sell women cheap. What do you say to that?
My advice to them would be that it doesn't pay. There's no point. The major value in success is the respect and the honor that goes with it. So success without honor, success without respect is nothing.
Thank you. Success without honor is nothing. Some men actually like some women to cut corners. Well, how do you react to that?
I think, well, I don't have that experience. I don't have that experience. But when you come under pressure to cut corners, what that signals to you is that you have been told that you have not merited that position.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Yiso. Thank you,
pleasure.
Ms. Sodufa. It's a pleasure hearing from you. And you have said a lot here. That is good having a man here to hit us hard.
To give us a different perspective.
In fact, it was like coming with hard punches on us, you know,
Well received.
exodus from home. Thank you so much.
Well, viewers, you have had it all. Yes, we need more female executives at the top because of their virtues which have to impact there. But we also need to take care, make sure the home front is not neglected. It's a question of balance and also a question of hard work for aspiring female executives to know that we want you to get there by merit and uphold the dignity of womanhood. But certainly, women are a gift to the organization and to the nation. That is what has come out. Thank you all for watching. Please join us next week for another very interesting edition of The Voice of Eve.